Welcome to the Steam channel. We're looking over two recently delivered CSX Pride In Service ES44AH units. The Spirit of Our Law Enforcement 3194 and the Spirit of Our First Responders 911. Both locomotives were built by scale trains in the Rivet counter line in HO scale. Each of these locomotives was officially licensed by CSX, and the paint schemes were recreated using official paint and lettering diagrams provided by CSX. Each unit comes packaged in a nice two-piece laminate box and is securely packaged within a blister sleeve. In 2019, CSX partnered with Operation Gratitude, Blue Star Families, Operation Homefront, Wounded Warrior Project, and the First Responders Children's Foundation as part of their Pride in Service initiative. The Pride in Service program is one way that CSX recognizes the service of its employees who are United States military veterans and active duty first responders in their local communities. To kick off the program, CSX dedicated 3 ES44 locomotives and special paint schemes to honor the spirit of law enforcement, first responders, and the United States Armed Forces. A portion of the model proceeds will benefit each of these exceptional nonprofit organizations. In 2002, GE released the first GEVO, which was a new series of locomotives that would replace the -9-44CW and the AC4400CW. The first two models were the ES44DC and the ES44AC. The ES44C4 would follow later. These new models were designed to meet the stricter diesel locomotive emission standards, which were imposed by the Environmental Protection Agency. The biggest visual difference is the larger wing over the radiator cab. The thicker radiators and the equipment in the radiator cab work to cool the exhaust, which reduces emissions. Over 7,600 ES44s have been built, and all of the major railroads, including Union Pacific, BNSF, CSX, NS, Canadian National, and Canadian Pacific, have fleets with hundreds of units. The ES44 has become the best-selling diesel locomotive of all time. Scale Train's iteration of the Pride in Service locomotives are gorgeous. Each engine is equipped with an ESU LokSound 5 decoder with full throttle, dual cube-type speakers, dual supercapacitors, and feature accurate GEVO 12 prime mover and auxiliary sounds, including the horn and bell. The locomotives are powered by a motor with a 5-pole shoe-wound armature, feature all-wheel drive, all-wheel electrical pickup, and are equipped with dual flywheels. Each of these models is chock full of lighting features, including operating LED front, rear, and side walkway lights, operating LED ground lights on the left side of the locomotive, and alternating ditch lights. SKUs SXT 32399 and SXT 32400 of the law enforcement scheme feature alternating red and blue ditch lights per the finished prototype, while the other two SKUs have clear ditch lights, which were later used on the prototype after the locomotive had completed its promotional photo shoots. Let's move in and take a closer look at the Scale Train's iteration of these units. Starting up at the pilot, you'll pick up the snowplow, hose detailing, coupler cut lever, ditch lights, handrails, the access door on the nose of the cab, the grab iron ladder, dual headlight, grab iron detailing on the cab, windows and window wiper detailing, and the number boards. I love the blue line flag painted over the side windows, and Scale Trains did a great job with the window frames, mirror, and sunshade detailing. The pilot steps are also see-through with round hole stepwell steps. The models also have a detailed cab interior with a separate floor, rear wall, seats, control stand, and a grade crossing camera. Panning the engine, you can see the fine graphic detailing, which is all readable, crisp painting, grab irons, vents, handrails and stanchions, access door, and great grille detailing around the rear car body. On the rear pilot, you'll spot the spare coupler knuckles, hose detail, coupler, handrails, graphic detailing, and rear directional lights. The frame is accurately profiled with separately applied plumbing and cable detailing. The trucks are later GE steerable trucks, and you can see the separately applied brake cylinder air plumbing, rotating bearing caps, and the reinforcement bar under the center journals. Each unit has a 5,300-gallon fuel tank with internal waste retention tank, digital fuel gauge, vertical fuel gauge, and a round fuel gauge. Overall, I was pretty pleased with these locomotives, and both will make fine additions to the fleet. I particularly like the law enforcement unit and the blue line flag printed over the cab windows. We strongly support the men and women of law enforcement here at the Steam Channel, and I hope each Leo and all other first responders stay safe out there holding the line. The sound models will run $309.99, while the DC-DCC ready versions are selling for $209.99. You can still find these units around at local Scale Trains dealers, so act fast before they sell out. We'd like to thank our friends at Scale Trains for sponsoring this product spotlight here on the Steam Channel. Until next time, we'll catch you on the rails.
Thanks for tuning in for this model train product review here on the Steam Channel. Get another high-quality look at a new model by clicking on a video preview to your right.